listen, Alexis, Sheriff John Bunsich was sitting in your chair 24 hours ago. And like many of us, he was very saddened at the death of Buster this week. I mean, it's just nowhere to go with that.
Well, it happened, I want to say faster than we ever thought, although he was already 13 years old. But you don't expect it. And I kept thinking, as we saw him decline over the weekend, I kept thinking that he was going to perk up, that he was going to come around, because there have been other times, he's had like a hip dysplasia, or I think 2 or 3 years ago we took him and he had surgery on some tumors and things. So I just kept thinking he was going to bounce back. But unfortunately, that's not what happened. And on Tuesday afternoon, Jackie, and I, had to accompany him and say our farewells to him. And Jeannie's out in Wisconsin, and she was hurting and wished she could have been here. But yeah, it was really sad. And even coming home now, Buster's not greeting us at the door, and yeah, it's tough. And
now, it's partly, and I got to tell you that I can't believe the outpouring. I had 10 different people come up to me yesterday at the Business Expo telling me about their dogs, and maybe another 20 that offered our condolences. And quite frankly, I never thought it would personally affect me as deeply as it has, because I'm getting ready in the morning and I'm coming here. This has never been a solo thing. My dog comes out to the car with me, gets on the front seat, and he sticks his head out the window, and we drive 40 miles an hour down Columbia Avenue or the Boulevard to come here. And I'm getting in the car by myself now and coming home. Yesterday, I was leaving the station at like 10:30 to go over to the Lakeshore Chamber, and I actually said, "Hey, Bus," waiting for Buster to come in.
Well, that, and yesterday you were trying to tell Abby, our other dog, to move out of the way, and you called her Buster.
Yes.
But even today, coming into the studio, I didn't have to step over Buster, because Buster is always just sprawled out in the middle of the studio, which isn't very large to begin with, but right in front of the doorway.
Do you think that John Bunsich knew he was coming here and that he would rub bacon on his hands every time he came, or no?
I have no idea, but
because he's the only guy. He was the only guy Buster ever even got up for. And I swear that Bunsich is rubbing bacon on his hands.
But I also think, because sometimes I would watch you guys on the video, and when Buster would come up to Sheriff Bunsich would literally be talking the entire time he was talking to you. He was petting the dog. And so I think Buster loved that. Buster loved that he petted it. And you know what? And I want to thank everyone at WJOB, not only our listeners, but our people who work here, Ryan Welsh and Debbie Wargo and Stu and everyone, who just spoiled the heck out of that dog.
Yeah, there were some tears in the station about the dog. But I got to go back to a couple of things about the dog that he never quite learned. He never quite learned that when you go into like a new area and a dog has done his excrement there, he never quite learned that it wasn't okay to roll in it. Everywhere we went, remember, he would find dog doo-doo and go roll in it. And there was nothing I could do. I tried training him, everything, even getting mad at him and, even hitting him a couple times very succinctly. He never got that. Remember, we go.
Well, he would do that when he ran away from home. I mean, the one part that he never got was that he wouldn't run away from home. He would just run away for a while. I mean, how many of our neighbors, thank you neighbors, would say, "Oh, here's your dog," he ran, because he wouldn't do it all the time. And then just maybe every once in a while, you could just see it in his eye that he was ready to take off. And sometimes you could tell him Buster, and he'd come back. And other times he'd look at you and say, "You know what, just like a teenage kid, I'm going to suffer the consequences. I'll deal with it when I get back. My mom told me to come home, but I'm not coming home."
Manny Montez, he lives behind us. He's a teacher over in Illinois, and I can't find the email right now, but he emailed me to the effect of, "Dude, sorry about your dog. I'm going to miss you running around in the backyards with your shirt off, yelling Buster." But anyway, but we put him down, and I think we're bouncing back from it. And everybody has been the Facebook condolences were amazing, and there's a photo of Buster on the WJOB1230.com that doesn't make it any easier every time we go there and look at it. But you know what? It's kind of weird. Radio dog is gone.
Well, we were lucky to have him, and he was lucky to have so many people that loved him.